Did you know your feed wants you to have the latest updates in digital marketing? So you're in luck. I'm JB from belmoredigital with my digital update for this week, Tuesday 16th December 2025. It really is almost Christmas. This week, Google starts treating social signals like they're part of search. AI shifts from novelty to operational backbone. Marketing teams admit that dashboards aren't really helping. LLMs get better when humans stay involved, and YouTube turns ads into conversation. The common thread this week is simple. Tools are multiplying, but clarity is still the scarce asset. Now, if you want to know the full story, go read the full post on belmoredigital.com or watch the full-length video on my Belmore Digital YouTube channel. And of course, don't forget to like, share, follow and subscribe to Belmore Digital wherever you see this. Cheers. Google quietly admits social is part of search now. Google has introduced an experimental update that brings social channels performance into Search Console Insights. The intent is to give marketers a broader view of how branded content performs across discovery services, not just websites. Early support includes major social platforms and focuses on visibility and engagement signals. This isn't a cosmetic reporting tweak, it's a signal about how Google is ultimately thinking about brand presence. Social activity is no longer being treated as something that sits outside of search behaviour. What matters here is not the feature itself, which is still limited, but the direction it points in. People don't discover brands in straight lines anymore. A video, a post, or a comment can influence search demand days or weeks later. Google folding these signals closer together reflects how people actually behave, not how marketing teams are organised. For marketers, the implication is uncomfortable but useful. If your SEO and social strategies are planned separately, you're likely missing compound effects. Content themes, timing and messaging should reinforce each other across channels, not compete for attention internally. This is less about chasing new metrics and more about aligning teams around shared outcomes. This ties directly to our SEO strategy and digital marketing strategy work at Belmore Digital. If you want search and social working as one system instead of parallel efforts, talk to me about how we structure that properly. In the meantime, don't forget to drop me a follow to get more of my updates in your feed. Cheers. AI stops being a toy and starts acting like infrastructure. The conversation around AI is shifting away from individual tools towards coordinated systems that support real workflows. Instead of asking what one model can generate, the focus is moving to how multiple AI capabilities work together across research, planning, execution, and measurement. This is a quieter phase of AI adoption, but a far more useful one. The novelty has worn off and the operational questions are taking over. Most organisations are still experimenting at the edges. Someone uses AI for copy, someone else for analysis, and none of it connects. That's fine early on, but it doesn't scale. The value appears when AI supports how work flows through the business with rules, ownership, and accountability in place. For marketing leaders, this is a governance question as much as a technology one. Which problems should AI touch? Which should it stay away from? And how do you measure whether it's helping? Treating AI as infrastructure rather than a shortcut forces better answers to those questions. This sits squarely within our virtual CDO and digital strategy services. If you're trying to work out how AI fits into your organisation without adding chaos, let's talk. But in the meantime, don't forget to drop me a follow to get more of my updates in your feed. Cheers. Why everyone has dashboards and no one has answers. Marketing teams have never had more data, yet decision making often feels slower and less confident. Reports keep expanding, but insight doesn't automatically follow. Metrics are collected because they can be, not because they inform action. Over time, reporting becomes background noise rather than guidance. The core issue is not data volume, it's intent. Without clear questions, data turns into decoration. Teams end up reacting to numbers instead of using them to test assumptions or guide trade-offs. When everything is tracked, nothing feels important. The fix is discipline, not technology. Decide which metrics genuinely influence decisions, agree what happens when they move, and stop reporting the rest. Fewer numbers, clearer meaning, better conversations. That is where confidence comes from. This connects directly to our analytics and performance work. If your reports feel busy but unhelpful, let's talk about rebuilding measurement around decisions, not charts. Get in touch using the info in my profile, and don't forget to drop me a follow while you're about it. Cheers. LLMs work best when humans stay in the loop. There's growing recognition that AI-generated content works best when it supports people rather than replaces them. LLMs are particularly effective at accelerating research, surfacing patterns, and organising information. They struggle when asked to be the final voice without context or judgment. Used well, they make content better. Used poorly, they make it forgettable. The strongest results come when AI is pushed upstream. Let it help with audience research, topic exploration, and structure. Then let humans shape the message. This keeps content grounded in real intent while reducing the time spent on repetitive tasks. It also avoids the flat tone that gives AI-written content away instantly. For marketers, this is a workflow decision, not a writing trick. Better prompts, better inputs, and human review are not optional. They are the price of quality at scale. This aligns closely with our content strategy and creation services. If you want to use AI without sacrificing credibility or clarity, talk to me about how we approach it. Get in touch via my profile, and don't forget to follow if you made it this far. YouTube Short ads learn how to have a conversation. YouTube has expanded short ad formats to behave more like organic content, including comment functionality and improved linking. Ads are no longer just something people watch, they are something people respond to. This changes the role of creative, moderation, and brand voice in paid media. An ad can now spark discussion, not just impressions. This blurring of paid and organic behaviour raises the bar. Comments can build trust quickly, but they can also expose weak messaging just as fast. Brands need to be ready to engage, not just publish. Creative that invites response will outperform creative that assumes passivity. For marketers, this means rethinking how success is measured. Reach still matters, but interaction quality matters more. If paid social is treated like a broadcast channel, the opportunity here gets missed entirely. This connects to our paid search and paid social services. If you want paid media that works with how platforms behave now, not how they used to, let's talk. Get in touch via my profile, and don't forget to drop me a follow today. Cheers. And that's a wrap. This week's update all point to the same reality. Marketing tools are becoming more connected, more powerful, and more demanding. The winners won't be the teams with the most tech, but the ones that apply judgment, structure, and restraint. Clarity is still the competitive edge. If you want help cutting through the noise and turning change into progress, you know where to find me. Get in touch via the details in my profile, and in the meantime, don't forget to drop me a lovely follow to get more of my updates in your feed. Cheers. Use these details to get in touch with me. Email me, jb@belmoredigital.com, or give me a call, 1300 658 335. Cheers. Speak to you soon. Bye.